Vernon, I know we've asked you probably 800 questions about Alex since the trade, but now having been back out here for a couple of days, you're the only guy here that can compare what he was as a young player to what he is now. So what is the difference between the Alex Smith you played with in San Francisco versus the guy that you are out here with now?
Well, I feel like right now he's a totally different person. I mean, with his mindset and the way he's been able to just get better and better as a player over these years. It's amazing to see someone his age, as long as he's been in the league, just continue to get better. And I applaud him for that because he's been through so much. In San Francisco, I mean, he's had multiple offensive coordinators, even from being benched to coming back and then getting traded to the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, his career is just astounding.
You can, whether it's for him or for yourself as well, how is the difference of life off the field changing too? He's, when you met him, I'm assuming he was a bachelor, not married, no kids. Now he's got a wife, kids. You obviously just got engaged, have a kid, have children now. How does the off the field maturation affect how you approach the game?
I think if you're able to have a clear mind and you don't have too much to worry about, you can go into a season being your very best because you don't have anything to worry about. It's just mentally you want to be in a good space. And I think right now for Alex, he's in the best space he could possibly be in. He's married, he has kids. I think he has more kids than he had since being in San Francisco. But he's just a totally different man, and I respect him so much. His career, everything he stands for, his integrity, his character. It's a great asset to have on this team, and I'm just extremely elated to have him.
Okay, you had you mentioned the offensive coordinator changes. You and he both went through that together. I know for him, I believe it was 7 years. You were something like that. But how did you guys need to bond together and really pull together to make those adjustments year after year after year?
Yeah, I feel like anytime you're paired with a quarterback, especially I'm not going to say it's the first time, but it's been a while since we've been together. It all comes together in practice, away from practice, talking, just communication in general, and of course playing on Sundays. So the more we do that, the better we can connect and become one with each other and do our very best to help this team win games.
Vernon, in terms of injuries happen to everybody. We all know that. If Jordan is healthy all year, if you guys can keep him, yourself, Chris Thompson on the field, how good is this offense in your mind? As you guys go in the meeting room and think to yourself what our potential is, how good is it? How high do you think you guys can go if you're able to get that finally? Well,
overall, I feel like this team is one of the best teams I've ever been on, and I saw that in off-season training. Offensively, I feel like we have some of the most talented players I've ever seen. Jordan Reed, Crowder, Doxson, and to add Paul Richardson is just a plus for us. It's just amazing to be a part of this, and I really feel like we have something special. So it's an honor to be a part of this team.
Is there a mental aspect for him? And maybe you haven't dealt with the injury. Obviously, his injury history is different, but is there a mental aspect for him to overcome, to, not even the physical part of it, but the mental part of, I'm not going to get hurt again. You know what I mean? That do you have to, as an athlete, find a way to get to that place where you're not even thinking about it and you're just like, I'm good to go and I'm going to make it through this whole season?
Well, right now, Jordan knows that that he has to do as much as he can to contribute to the team and stay healthy. But it's unfortunate that we can't control some of those the moments, the times when we're out there on the field and all of a sudden it's not going as expected, and all of a sudden we're hurt, we're injured. Can't control that part of it, but what he can do is continue to keep getting better mentally, spiritually, and just work his way back and just do the best he can to stay healthy. That's all he can do.
Given your familiarity with Alex, is there anything you've done or said to the other tight ends or receivers to kind of help them acclimate to a new quarterback?
No, I feel like we have, for the most part, the men that we have on this team, they've been through so much. It's been like a roller coaster. Everyone, we can go into the locker room right now, and I feel like everyone in the locker room has been through so much. There's been so many ups and downs in their life and their career. So they know what it's like to have a new quarterback come in. But Alex Smith, I didn't have to say too much about him. Everyone knows about him. His tenure in the NFL has been nothing but amazing, and they've been watching him for such a long time. So they already know what they're getting.
Let's finish up with Adam in the back. Get you real serious here. We chatted with Jonathan Allen. We saw him catching some passes before practice. He says he's trying to weasel his way into the goal line package. How concerned are you about Allen vulturing your goal line targets?
I'm not worried. He's an incredible player. Like I said before, I'm elated to be a part of this team and to have guys like him be able to contribute from another side. Defensively is always good. So it's great to have him on my team.
Vernon, kind of an opposite of the question you got earlier about how Alex has changed since you guys were together in San Francisco. How have you changed since those early years in San Francisco to the player and the person that you are now?
You enter this into the NFL as a young guy. You don't know too much. You're trying to work yourself in. You want to be the best player you can possibly be, but it starts with hard work, dedication, perseverance, and learning from the older guys. And as you go throughout your years in the NFL, you either get better or you get worse. And I feel like I've been good as far as listening, observing, taking care of my body, making sure I'm mentally strong when it comes to challenges in life and in my career. And overall, if I look back on my life, I wouldn't have imagined myself being at this point right now with the Washington Redskins, my 13th season. I always thought I would get to 10 and be done. But, it goes to show you that if you take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, take care of your body, do the right things, listen, and be a great teammate, anything's possible.